Let's discuss this nuisance but dangerous system before we need to begin focusing on a more organized and potentially potent storm. Good morning, this is meteorologist Steve Krasnowski with Weather Briefing Storm Scoop for September 4th, 2018. Let's take a look at Gordon real quick. The storm was centered about 280 miles east-southeast of the mouth of the Mississippi River. Right now, winds are clocked in sustained around 65 miles an hour. So if you've been paying attention to what we've been discussing, obviously this is a dangerous storm. We don't want to say anything against that. We want to make sure that people are understanding that, damage will be inflicted by this system. The thing that we've been discussing is the matter of how intense it is. Looking at it now, you can see there isn't really anything in the form of an eye. It looks like he's trying to wrap up at one point a little bit. But I mean, yesterday there was two centers of circulation, so this isn't indicative of a storm that's raring to go here. It's definitely disorganized. It's facing a lot of issues. But that being said, we're still going to have issues with wind, and still going to have issues with flooding. So let's talk about it. As I said yesterday, I think this is a tropical storm with maybe it dances in hurricane winds for a very brief period of time. I'm talking an hour, a couple, maybe 2, 3 tops. But I think what you're going to see is those 65 to 70 mile per hour winds with some hurricane force gusts. It seems a bit of a disorganized mess right now, and we'll talk about that. So. As we discussed yesterday, the sea surface temperatures are going to be important. It did do a little bit of strengthening and intensifying overnight, but really it has not organized in any way that you'd want it to look when you're looking at tried and true systems. So let's look at a couple other pieces of data, and besides the radar, and we'll see where we're at. So here are our current winds, and as you can see, I'll move over and get a little more specific. We're in the 35 to 40 mile per hour wind fields right now. Eastern winds mostly 35, 36, 33. The gusts are a little more significant. We're approaching 50. I think at one point last hour I saw maybe a gust into 60 miles an hour. If you move it around, you can see what we're playing with here, right? So again, not near hurricane strength levels. There may be some of that intensification, but again, I'm not really looking for much. If I look at the sea surface temperatures that we showed yesterday, we're still in the mid-80s, right? If we move, it'll get a little warmer as you approach the Texas coast, but where our eyes are now, we're looking about 84, 85, and like I said yesterday, as you get a little closer to the shore, it might get a little bit warmer. Quick look at the GFS. Here's Gordon. Makes landfall. This is Tuesday morning around early morning hours, and again we're looking at a 1003 millibar system here. It's just really not too much in terms of impressive, and I think flooding will be the issue. Could see maybe up to 8 inches of rain in some areas. Still looking at that system getting swept up and brought east northeast on Sunday and Monday. A good dosing of rain there. And then, one of the data points you want to look at is utilizing all your tools and having the buoys out there. We have a whole network of buoys that are really going to tell us the wind and the direction of the wind and the gusts and the speed, the tides, all those sort of things. So we have 2 buoys that will be right where we need them to be in terms of collecting the correct data sampling. So we're going to look at number 42040. Okay, and then we're also going to look at 42039. And 42039 is already in the mix of the heaviest shower activity. It's directly under those stronger 850 millibar winds aloft. So what I'm also talking about when I say that is we're flying into this storm, doing our recon missions at multiple levels, but the surface isn't receiving the winds that are being seen at some of the higher levels. So at the surface, there just really isn't much going on, and there really just hasn't been from the very beginning of the system. So some of those higher levels you're seeing are what the aircrafts are seeing when they're flying through at some of those higher levels than just at the surface. So I thought that was important to show where we are in terms of that data set. So just sum up, I think we're really in lockstep of where we were yesterday. Nothing really has changed. Is it maybe 5 miles per hour more intense in terms of the wind speed sustained than I thought it might be? Yes, but I still just think this system is just a bit of a mess for my taste. So we will be seeing the rain, we will be seeing the wind, we will be seeing the storm surge at the coast. This is currents here, and we're not doing too bad in terms of currents. I meant to really show the waves. So here are the waves where we're starting to approach 20 feet in some areas. I was seeing some reports earlier. We're not seeing them here if I go through here, but even here we're above 10 feet. So as this approaches, these are definitely going to be concerns, especially in this area right here. Mobile, Alabama is definitely on my list of concerns. So just keep an eye on it. Keep looking at weather briefings. Keep looking at our Twitter feed. Keep looking at all of our social media, all of our social networking, and look for more blasts from us through email. This is meteorologist Steve Krasnowski with your Storm Scoop for September 4th. Have a great day.